Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I am Daniel.
I'm Gabriel.
And we are the Colombian Cousins on Friday with the Cousins, back with another episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Last time on Avatar
Was painted lady.
the Painted Lady, aka
Episode
Katara. Episode Katara, yeah. AKA Katara. A lot happened in that episode. The biggest thing that stood out was how epic and strong they are as a group now, and creative. With
Yeah,
their
and
powers.
creative. Yep.
The rock.
That big boulder, Appa, the fog.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a fun episode because it was, I guess, technically a filler episode in that the story didn't continue. It's just like helping a town. Mm-hmm. But it kind of shows, it's a lot of character development.
I was going to say that, which that's good.
We love that.
Yeah.
It shows like where their heart's at, like as powerful as she's become, and like they have like this singular mission, which I mean, you kind of need like a Sokka who needs to be like the guy who had the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Like
keeps everyone on.
So you need that.
Yep.
But you need, like that's very robotic in this case, at least. You need someone that has like the compassion that's willing to kind of deviate a little bit if needed.
It's a good balance.
Yeah, it's a good balance. And then Aang, kind of just goes with the flow, it seems.
Yeah.
Or like whatever Katara wants in a lot of cases.
Right. And I mean, he's still young in that aspect, and so he's just like, do whatever.
Same with Toph in a weird way. She's like, whatever, I'll go.
Right.
Kinda like
there's even less resistance with her. She's like, I don't care.
Yeah. I'm not home. I'm free.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So that was a cool episode. They freed those people and they scared off those Fire Nation. The big twist was that at the end,
the
actual fire, the real Painted Lady came up and talked to her.
Yeah, she just said thank you.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then she just Katara smiled and that was it. So yeah, I mean, I wonder. We've talked about this last week if that's going to come back into the series in any way, and maybe not. Maybe it's just kind of like them showing us a little bit of a bigger picture of like the lore with Avatar. Like you have the spirit world, you have the non-spirit world, and there's occasional cross communication that happens.
Yeah.
And this is whether or not like the Avatar has more control of that, of going in and out. But
yeah, I wonder if they'll play into that just in general, not necessarily, referencing last week's episode.
They do that. Like something will happen, and then 10 episodes later, like in the previously on Avatar, it'll like show that scene.
Yes,
like, okay,
something from like
it's coming back on this
4 episodes ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's almost like a spoiler to the episode. You can kind of guess it.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of that episode.
Yeah.
It was a fun one. So I'm guessing they're done. They're leaving now. I would assume. We'll see. This one is called Sokka's Master. So maybe he's looking for a master, or he finds someone.
That's true. Both Katara and Aang, and I mean Toph is already.
She had her master. She had her teacher.
She had her teacher. Yeah, that's true. Growing up, yeah,
they've all had their teachers, and I don't know where Sokka learned to fight. Probably maybe his dad, because he has skills.
Yeah, maybe
his dad.
A little bit of his dad, maybe a little bit of just real world experience.
Right. Maybe
just being thrown out there.
This would be a Sokka centric episode.
Yep.
Maybe. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and hop in. Before we do, if we want to watch the full length reactions, we have it over on our Patreon, as well as all the other episodes from the first 2 seasons, and the rest of the season will be on there.
Yep.
As well as some other stuff we want to get to down the road. So, without further ado, let's hop in. What a good episode.
Yeah, solid.
Good, wholesome. New, that's cool. Now, so it's like he upgraded from his boomerang to a sword.
To a legit sword.
Which the boomerang is resourceful in certain areas, but like when you need to fight like muscle, like whatever, you need something stronger.
Right, where you're in like closed combat, you can't like throw a boomerang at someone.
Right.
I mean, you could, but a sword's way better.
Way more effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now he's a sword fighter. And like, but the way they progress in this season, like we saw how quickly Katara became really good at water bending and Aang with earth bending.
Yep.
I could see him becoming like in one episode he went from
I mean he's a decent fighter now.
Yeah, he kind of sort of held his own. And I mean he was already a good fighter, but as a sword fighter from how far he progressed in one episode. So he'll be like a decent fighter later in the season.
Yeah.
So he could be a little bit more useful.
Yeah, that's cool. I hope they
find a way to integrate that.
Yeah. Cuz that was cool. And the whole like thing with the master, I whenever he pointed his sword at Sokka, I suspected that it was like part of a Miyagi thing. Like I'm gonna teach you. But because he's so good, if he wanted to take him out, he would.
Yeah. I think part of it was, let's see how much he is able to. I'm gonna push just hard enough to see how far he can go with it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna push him to the edge. See what he can come up with, type of deal.
See how much he retained from all the lessons.
All the training, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that was really good.
That was cool. Yeah, and in the past we have talked about like all three of them are excellent benders, and then we don't diminish Sokka, but he's not a bender. He's a good, right compared to them. Like with your average person, he's a really skilled fighter.
Yeah. But he
can hold. Yeah, he can hold up his own against anyone. But like you stack him up with like
they're like master
Katara.
benders
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Yeah, they're like way up there. So it's naturally you're gonna feel down and
right. And I like that the episode spent time like he was gone and they didn't know what to do. They had no schedule. They were bored. They didn't know where they were. So it's like the map, the schedule. So like it's showing like his importance outside
like
of
his value to the team.
Right.
Yeah.
Outside of just being able to bend.
Right.
So
yeah, that was a good touch.
That's pretty good. I like that. Dang. Oh, dude.
Yes. How did we forget that?
Iroh.
Yeah.
Golly. Like,
how do we get one of these but with that build on him?
Right. Yeah, I need to get like Hulk Hogan Iroh in here. Dude, I've seen that in a movie before where they play crazy or play dumb as a way to get out. I forget which movie I've seen. Maybe it's in a few other movies.
They're not viewed as a threat.
Right. And so eventually the whole idea is he's getting stronger and stronger, and the guard is becoming more and more complacent and more like what's the word? Not lousy, slippery, no.
Lazy?
No, but like he's being more uncautious, like not cautious.
Yeah, he's putting his guard down. Like
yeah.
I mean, I know what you're trying to say.
To think of.
Yeah.
But so then he's just waiting for the guard to make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Like come really close, like look at you, you're pathetic, and like his keys are right there. You know what I mean, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's probably planning something in his head that's more than just escape that cell. Because I mean, he runs out of that cell and it won't be long.
Yeah, you have the whole like nation after you.
Right. So there has to be like a bigger plan that he has in his head.
Does he go after Sokka? Has Sokka come back since we last?
You mean Zuko?
Zuko, yeah. Sokka.
Yeah, that's me. I usually get it backwards.
Yeah, Zuko, not Sokka.
Yeah. I was thinking that like how long has it been since Zuko's been there to see him? Because I mean, last time we saw him, he was just mad and threw his.
Well, he like went for advice, and Iroh didn't say anything, and so Zuko got mad. But he we discussed earlier. We don't think Iroh's mad as he is disappointed.
Extremely disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he could probably be mad, but he's more disappointed.
Yeah. By the way, the word was careless.
Careless. Yeah.
The guard has become careless. Sorry. It just popped in my head.
It was gonna bother you all night.
Yeah. So when Iroh makes his escape, it'll be like a big triumphant return, and he'll be. I mean, he was like unstoppably strong. Like we hadn't seen really him get overpowered in the whole series already.
Yeah.
I mean, he was even like he didn't really have one-on-one fight per se with Azula, but he did like reorient her lightning.
Yep.
And she did take him down, but it was like a cheap shot because he looked over. So there hasn't really been like a one-on-one, but you could tell he can hold his own.
Yeah. Maybe he's just doing this because he's assuming he's gonna have to
like face the Fire Lord.
Yeah,
maybe,
like face the Fire Lord or like fight a lot of the army. You know, he's like, well, like you said, he's already really good, but doesn't.
And he, I mean, the Fire Lords. We don't. It's crazy. We haven't seen anything of the Fire Lord yet, except his face. So we don't know how powerful he is, but he's got to be more powerful than anything we've seen.
Yeah,
you know.
You just imagine. Yeah, he has to be.
Like he has to be up there. And we haven't seen anything new about the assassin either.
Oh yeah,
that Zuko sent.
Yeah,
I mean, we're only in episode 4, but that story. So like they create little beginnings of stories, but then nothing has.
Like, nothing's come of it. But I mean, maybe I'm sure they'll tie it around.
At some point, it'll circle back. Yeah. Nice. So that was a good episode. Another again, these fillers they don't feel boring at all.
No.
They're the whole, especially because of the pacing. That whole intro sequence, them taking out that fire was sick.
Yeah.
That's a great way to show how one could feel insignificant at the same time showing like how powerful they've become and just the animation's clean. And then the other little thing with the whole other like tiny little hint at a potential other branch of a storyline is Toph and Sokka. There being something there.
What was that about?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Well, whenever they crossed, what is it, Serpent's Pass?
Yeah.
And Toph was drowning. And then she thought that Sokka went out there to save her, but it was actually the Kyoshi warrior girl.
Yeah, and then
she's like, "Oh, Sokka."
That's true.
And she's like, "You could just let me drown."
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
So there's already been like one hint.
Yeah. But we just let that slide because like she had just had her life saved.
Right.
So. But yeah, this one was like he was gone, and that's how it made her realize.
Yeah.
So we'll see if anything comes from that. Yeah. Now I'm thinking, I was crazy. This is the last season. Like they got a lot to cover in like 15, 16 episodes. So anyway, you got anything else?
No.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. These are really fun.
Yeah,
I look forward to these every week. So if you enjoyed that, want to watch some more, consider subscribing to our channel. Like I said earlier, our uncut full reactions are over on our Patreon. And we're also on Discord, Instagram, and TikTok. Check us out over there. Otherwise, we'll be back at the same time next week with episode 5.
Let's go.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.